Bitcoin, we are in fear. What's going on in the crypto market? You wanna know? Then smash the like button. It's time for Crypto News, Crypto to the Max with Rodrigo Arnedo here, your host for the most. And you can see that maybe we might have some hope as Bitcoin is not going down from this line and the $57,000 line. That's a good one. That's a good sign with previous lows. So maybe we are up for good right now. Any case, if you are a holder, well, you are just eating your chips probably. If you're a trader, you are having a bad time. If you are a newbie, well, beware that this is Bitcoin most of the time. So better to be holding there. Just wait, because Bitcoin will go up and down, but eventually we think it's going to be okay. And maybe we have to go back to McDonald's right now and work for some more time, like we see in this video now, all over Twitter. People saying that, well, Bitcoin's not gonna make you rich just today, but maybe in the future you can stop flipping burgers at McDonald's. You said supply was going to be cut in half because of the halving, but the cat says, I said the price is going to be cut in half. So the halving for Bitcoin is not about supply, it is about price. It might be it. And what about your coworkers? Bitcoin is crashing. Remember all of them telling you that? Did you sell? I bought more. That's the only answer that you can have out there. What's going on? Well, we told you yesterday, previous video, Federal Reserve holding rates at 5.25% to 5.50%. And here's some info from Fed. The Fed decided to pause the rates. Rates cuts will come when confidence for lower inflation is strong. No mention on rate hikes if unemployment rate rise expected to have more cuts in the future. No talks about rate hikes anymore. He's confident inflation will go down, but they want to remain cautious and wait for data. So that's good for the market, even though, well, yesterday we were affected or not. What do you think about this? Here, Michael van de Poppe telling us that anytime we have these meetings, Bitcoin jumps back up after the meeting. So we have some correction pre-FOMC, and then after it, then we go to neutral. His expectations from here, Bitcoin to consolidate and go sideways. A lot of people saying that right now. And altcoins to heavily outperform and rotation kicks in. We'll see about that here. Crypto News fan on the right. Remember to smash the like button. And we told you in previous videos why the price action is being like we are having right now. And also we told you about these corrections from the past. Right now, we have officially the deepest in the cycle, but maybe it's just one of them and everything's okay, or maybe not. Chico Crypto also said yesterday, previous to this meeting of the Fed, that we have to consider also the situation in Japan. The yen is going south, and the government in Japan decided to take measures, and they bought some treasuries, etc. So right now, it's kinda the yen economy is related to dollar economy. The idea right now is that this decision of the Fed might be kinda bailout for Japan. Because if Japan goes south, they might sell the bonds of their economy, and that would be a disaster for United States. So they need probably to start printing again and then save those banks. They are trying to avoid it, but right now, well, you can see that they decided not to cut it, and that's why probably the market is going to be sideways for some time. So right now, stock market and also cryptocurrencies probably going to be around this range, 50 something to 60 something for some months. Maybe the last quarter of the year would be the time where we see price action going up again. Marty Party here telling us that the US Treasury is announcing the first Treasury buyback operation since 2002. So that's also probably a sign of some intent of a bailout for the bank that is United States right now. And talking about bailouts, remember the block genesis for Bitcoin 15 years ago? Well, this was the times at the moment, and that's what Satoshi Nakamoto tried to avoid with all this. And maybe he will in the future. We need for sure Bitcoin. Any case, we have more bad news. For the first time ever in history, we've seen outflows from the BlackRock Spot Bitcoin ETF, and also the Bitcoin ETF net outflow excluded IBIT so far. It's at 500 million USD. So that's not, of course, a good thing. But even though we have all these situations, you can see that we are not breaking this line. That's awesome. We told you about this in previous video. We told you that we might go to 49,000 because of this. And today, Bitcoin Archive going further with this dip, the idea that we are down 23% from the all-time high. But it's true, we have these 5 weeks in a row going down. You can see here in this chart, we are doing the same we did here and also the same we did in 2015. But even though it's not funny watching this, you have to consider also that at some point we might go higher, because we also had at some point 7 consecutive months in the green. You can see it was here in 2012, and then we went up like crazy. About the 5 weeks in the red, if we go to TradingView and compare the situation with those previous moments, you can see that right now, if we follow that path, well, we can go, and it's quite funny to see, to 23,220. And it's the same scenario no matter if we go just emulating the scenario we had in 2022 or the one that we had previous to that in 2015. So what do you think? Are we following 2015? Are we following 2022? Or we are not following any of these scenarios? Tell me in your comments below. And what if we have green candles in the monthly again, 7 consecutive more months of green? Well, if we do the same we did in April 2012 to this top, we might go to $7 million for one single Bitcoin. Just 7 million. Too crazy? Maybe so, or maybe not. History is repeating, says Mr. Crypto, comparing the situation right now with January 2029 and 2021. And you can see that the chart is really similar. And after this couple of drops, we might go up again. Also, what about the theory for the markets that tells us to sell in May and go away? Well, according to Nick here, the idea is that over the past 5 years, buying Bitcoin in October and selling in April had an 1,500 cumulative returns. However, buying in May and selling in September had minus 29. So that's a bad one. But I went to TradingView. You know, your friend here, Rodrigo Arnedo. Remember to smash the like button. Always goes deeper. You can see here the whole story for Bitcoin about this period of time. And yes, the last time it would be a good idea. It would be a bad idea because you buy in May, you sell in September, you make money. It wouldn't be a good idea on 2022. It would be neutral in 2021. But in the story of Bitcoin as a whole, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times that would have been a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4 times a bad idea, and 1 neutral. So it's not true in Bitcoin history as a whole. Also, a lot of people comparing this. These are the US ETFs with Hong Kong ETFs. The idea is that in United States, at the beginning, we went south and then we went up. So maybe it would be the same in Hong Kong. It's not the same period of time, 4 hours versus daily chart, but it might be it. And here, Glenn telling us that we are fine, that we might be still in the parabolic trend. Also consider that the head of ETFs at both Goldman Sachs and JP Morgan have resigned. Maybe it's a coincidence that both companies missed the most successful ETF launch in history with the Bitcoin ETFs. That's why they resigned. Probably so. And what about Kathy Wood? She said that Bitcoin price is going to be 3.8 million. I told you about 7 million. Well, she just rose her expectations from 2.3 to 3.8. This would just take 5% of portfolios of the institutions allocated in Bitcoin. So maybe it. And what about Oliver L. Velez? He's telling us that we've been dying, going to zero for 15 years. Remember that internet was dubbed and called a fad from 1994 to 2010. And now we have the internet of money. So, yeah, you'll see where we go in the future. And maybe this happened to you every single time. I'm an idiot. Why didn't I buy Bitcoin at 57K? Because we went to 74K. But then we have Bitcoin in 57 and you don't buy it because you believe it's going to go south. This happens once and another all the time. Today the market is in the red. We have dollar sideways. We need it to go down. The stock market going down yesterday in United States and we are in fear. That's the title of today's videos because we are not neutral anymore in the market. We are in fear in this index. Ethereum keeps on being south from $3,000. The bubbles, on the other hand, they are trying to rise. You see Pepe winning a 14-15%. Also the dog with the hat. Very interesting. Action that you can follow just with dextools.io, link in the description below. Go there right now and keep on learning about the market. And if you want to learn more, remember DexTools, our partners, they have a DexTool Academy where you can learn about Rune protocol, also about the halving, and so many other stuff. I do really recommend you to go there and learn about all of this. If you want to more about Rune, well, you can go to our dedicated video here, and then you have a full understanding of the situation. And another piece of information today, U.S. lawmakers introducing a new bill for clarification on taxation for staking rewards. That would be awesome if it comes true. The idea is that you don't have to pay anything when you earn these tokens, but when you sell them. I think that's logical, but it might be true in United States. It's not going to be true in Spain because they hate us and they want us to pay a lot of money, even if it's no reason for that. Remember, we are in tax season and you have a 10% discount if you use the link in the description below for using coin tracking, the only tool that we believe is useful for tracking your portfolio and doing your taxes. Also remember, with Bybit, you can have a crypto card, awesome to spend. I use it daily for spending my USDT, and you can make up to 25 euros with the link in the description below. And also remember that we have 29 more days of this IRALO promotion where you can make up to 15 euro or US dollars if you use that link. That's that for today. We have here this cat trying to be calm, trying to rest, but eventually the market will make you feel like this. So again, try to go back to calm, find someone to love, because it's not everything about money and everything about the crypto. But in any case, keep on learning like this cat is doing about AI with our channel about artificial intelligence, AI news, or if you want more about crypto, well, one of these videos here on Crypto News, Rodrigo Arnedo, health, money, love, pouring peace, and the best is yet to come. To the moon!